Welcome back, Vikings Nation. After a tough freshman loss, I'm now here with Ryan Conlon. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm excited for this JV game.
And we're about to watch one of the most dominant JV teams in the county.
11-0.
Currently 11-0, as he just said. And they're going to be looking to gain some momentum going into the varsity matchup going into tonight.
So it looks like they beat Linden last month, so they've already played this team before. They know what their strengths and weaknesses are, but it's always interesting to see a team go up against each other twice because they usually change their game plans and do different stuff. So we'll see what UC can bring today.
Definitely. And we'll see how the home atmosphere plays a factor in it. Last time they were at ALJ, neutral site, even though Linden was theoretically at home due to court renovations.
Right, yeah. So for UC's lineup, we've got Tyler Altabelli, Kendall Philliston, Jaden Height, John Johnson, and Christian Peralta. For Linden, we've got Brian Muhammad, Jaden, Naeem, and Lucas. And we can see UC wins the tip right away. Kendall misses the layup.
3 freshmen, 2 sophomores on the floor for the Vikings. Young roster.
Right, yeah. But a proven roster. I mean, you see a lot of Johnson turns the ball over trying to get it inside to Philliston there. So it looks like UC has got a little matchup here going against Linden. This team looks pretty. Yeah, there we go. That was Xavier with the 3 there. Linden take an early lead, but looks like Linden's got some size. They got some shooters, as we just saw. So it's going to be a good one today. Altabelli. You see Peralta with the ball, also a freshman, as you just said before. Linden playing some tight defense here. All right, Altabelli almost loses control of the ball there. Height gets it back to him. So what do you see so far from this Linden defense?
They're scrambling. Yeah. They're hustling hard, forcing steals.
Inside to Johnson, rims out.
And misses as well.
That was the rebound by Muhammad. So good job by Linden so far on the defensive end. Linden moving the ball around. Kicks it back out to, that was Jaden with the shot there. He misses it. Peralta with the rebound. Now I really like watching Philliston play. I mean, he's always one of the first guys to be there under the basket for the rebound. He's always looking for his teammates first, and I think he's got a really bright future with this UC program. That'll be a timeout Union Catholic. So pretty uneventful to start. 3-0 Linden. So they've been playing good defense. But I just want to ask you again, I guess, what do you see so far from UC?
Now, as a JV warrior at one point in time myself, this is the classic early game Coach Young timeout. He wants to talk it over. He's seeing things that he doesn't like, even from a squad that is as dominant as they are.
Right.
He's seeing mistakes out there that should not be there for a team of this quality caliber.
Right, yeah.
And he wants to talk it over with his guys, making sure he's got the right personnel on the court and making sure that when the right personnel is on the court, that they're executing at the proper level.
And one thing I think you could say about this JV team is, I mean, they've got a lot of depth. I mean, you see even some of these JV guys coming off the bench for varsity. So, I mean, like a lot of quality players, a lot of quality rotations that Coach Young uses. So I think he's got a lot of talent at his disposal here.
Definitely. They have 3 swings, and 2 of them are off the bench.
Yeah. So same lineup for Union Catholic.
I mean, people talk about baseball needing a salary cap. I think JV basketball may need a salary cap.
Screen by John. Ooh, Altabelli gets it stolen by Muhammad.
He is blitzed off the screen.
He will take the ball in. 5-0 Linden. Linden playing aggressive defense. I mean, not allowing anything inside. And when they did, I believe UC turned the ball over. So pretty good defensive showing so far. Peralta loses the ball again. That was Muhammad again with the steal. He's going to miss the layup. Good defense by Johnson. Altabelli. Inside and scores. So great move there. 5-2 Union Catholic. Or 5-2 Linden, sorry. Muhammad. He's fouled by Peralta. So that Linden will take over under the basket. We see Ian Rogers. Oh, a mass substitution here. 4 guys come in. Oh, no, 5 guys come in. We got RJ, Ian, Io, Joey, and Jay.
That is the classic 5-person Coach Young substitution.
Hockey, a line switch.
When he is frustrated with his guys, he will oftentimes completely switch the lineup, trying to get a spark from the bench.
Yeah. Oh, great defense by Rogers.
You know, despite this being the bench lineup, some people might think this is a lower quality players out here.
No,
there's actually two swings right now.
Definitely not. That's what we just talked about with that talented roster.
Yeah,
this Linden ball on the jump.
Yeah, this lineup could definitely beat a lot of JV teams in the county. We will see how they perform against Linden currently.
All right. So this will be Brian to inbound it, and we see Xavier with the 3 missed. Rebound by Io. Outside to Kane, one of the shooters. No good. RJ with the rebound. It'll be Union Catholic ball. Right now they got a lot of size compared to Linden here. I mean, RJ definitely. And Ian on the court, two of the bigger players, I'd say probably in the county for JV. So, I mean, very something they could look to take to their advantage.
More experienced lineup out here.
Yeah.
Only 1 freshman.
Inside to Wicks. He's fouled by, that was, who was that? We don't have, by number 0 on Linden. RJ will get 2 shots.
Not on the Linden roster.
Maybe he's, I don't know. Oh, that was Adrian, sorry. That was Adrian with the foul. First shot from Wicks is good. That'll make it 5-4 Linden. Second shot from Wicks goes in, so that cuts the lead to 1 for Linden. 5-4, sorry.
Even though they've cut the lead, Coach Young really wants to see what his lineup is capable of doing defensively.
Yeah. Just over a little bit halfway through this first quarter here. Linden moving the ball around. Muhammad outside to Brian. Can't get past UC's zone defense here. Both teams have been passing the ball around really well so far. That's Adrian with the 3. Great rebound by Muhammad there. And that's a travel on him as well. So good defense by UC not to allow them to get an easy basket there.
Definitely. And you can hear Coach Young is verbally pleased with the way that this second unit is playing on defense.
Right.
And then they break the press with ease.
Joey. Someone we typically don't see that often from JV, but he's here obviously with the depth we mentioned on his team to provide a little spark to this offense. We see Allen coming to the game for Xavier for Linden. Letourneau. Defense by Adrian there. UC can't find anyone open right now. Inside to Wicks. I mean, that's usually what Wicks puts it up and in, and now Union Catholic has the lead. Well, that's usually what happens when you got a guy that's 6'6" going up against 2 smaller defenders. So something the Vikings obviously would like to use today.
That'll be a foul call on Rogers.
Right, yeah.
Coach Young definitely wanted that turnover rather
definitely.
than the foul.
It'll be Linden ball, as we just said. I mean, very aggressive defense here. You see guys guarding each other past the half-court line on both sides. So, seems to be a strategy. That was Jaden with the little jumper there. That gives Linden back the lead. I mean, you see UC break the press with ease on the last 2 possessions. That was Io with the basket right there.
Yeah, that's a design scheme right there by Coach Young.
Yeah.
And the second unit just ran that to perfection.
It's 8-7 Union Catholic.
Then they forced the turnover.
Subs come in here. That is Naeem for Linden. And UC's lineup stays the same.
I mean, this might be the new starting lineup for the next foreseeable future.
Seems like it's a foul on Adrian, his second. And he'll be subbed out now for Jaden will come right back into the game, so short substitution for him. You don't like to see some of your starters get into foul trouble early, especially in a game like this with a very explosive offense. Union Catholic's another foul on Naeem there, just entered the game.
Inching closer towards the bonus.
Right.
4
in
fouls
the first
currently.
quarter, that's not what you want to see. Wicks misses that layup, but grabs the rebound. It'll be out on him, though. Linden ball. So what are you seeing so far since this 4-minute mark for both sides, I guess? What
great look down low for RJ.
Yeah.
Doesn't get it to convert, but nonetheless, if they keep going to that, they will get points.
Right.
Now for Linden,
Yeah, I agree totally.
this is probably a very unexpected line change, right? You have the starting lineup out for Union Catholic. You know what you're
Right,
going
yeah.
up against, and now all of a
It's
sudden,
not what you expected.
totally
Yeah.
different lineup. They've got to adjust fast.
And they've been playing great defense. I mean, Linden had really maybe 1 or 2 open looks, and that's probably why Union Catholic has a short lead right now. But I mean, I could see this turning into a high-score game. Both these offenses are good. It'll be Union Catholic ball. I was out on Muhammad.
Joey a bit hasty with the pass there.
Right.
Lucky not to have turned it over.
Io looking for RJ. Double teamed by
Ian on the
Linden.
backdoor cut was open.
Joey for 3. It's no good. Rebound by RJ, puts it right back up and in. So that's what you get when you have that high size advantage there. 10-7 Union Catholic now. About a minute to go in the first quarter. There's still a lot of basketball left to be played. It's a foul on Jay there.
Coach Young loves the effort despite the foul call.
Right.
Those are ones you're willing to give up.
I like what I've been seeing from Muhammad on Linden. He's been all over the floor. He's been distributing the ball. He's been getting rebounds. He's been getting his own shots up. So pretty good performance from him so far.
Yeah, despite the height disadvantage, he's done well against Ian.
That'll be Union Catholic ball on the jump.
At the same time, I would like Ian to, attack that matchup with the height advantage.
Yeah, I agree, yeah. And RJ as well, you see here. Ooh. Great job by Io to keep the ball this side of the court. Good defense by Linden. Joey gets it in. Oh. That'll be tipped out by Allen there on Linden. So Union Catholic ball still. Gets it to RJ. Io did.
You could tell that they're looking for RJ down low.
They're making every possible pass to get that matchup. They get it to Ian. Joey open. passing it around. A little jumper from Io is no good. Great rebound by Ian. The shot is no good. Linden will get off shot. No good. So we end the first quarter 10-7 Union Catholic. So a bit of a more defensive matchup here than we've seen in the past, but still entertaining to watch. I mean, Union Catholic spent most of that quarter with a little bit of a different lineup than you might usually see. Maybe it threw Linden off, maybe it didn't. But it was still fun to watch that aggressive style play. So what do you think about that?
I mean, despite Ian's miss down low, he looks like he has trampolines on his feet. Right? RJ looks like he's Shaquille O'Neal down here. Joey Letourneau's done well off the bench,
Right, yeah.
and the rest of the guards have also contributed well. I think Coach Young has got to be loving what his second unit's doing, and I think they're now the first unit. I expect them to be coming out here out of the break.
Yep. I mean, I never played for Coach Young, so I don't know what his philosophy is, but it seems like that's spot on with what you're saying right now.
Yep. You have to earn every single minute that you want.
So
you could drop 51
on Linden's
games.
Side, what are they thinking right now?
Definitely. Let's think about that.
Yeah.
Linden, down by 3. Unexpected change, right?
Yeah.
Hockey substitution. You've got to adjust quick.
Yeah.
Because you come into this game expecting the same lineup that you had last game.
Yeah.
Some of these guys didn't even play in the ALJ game. Now all of a sudden you've got to totally switch your mindset.
Not what you would see. Not what you
no.
would see. And I mean, I think that's what goes back to what we talked about before with the disposal of talent Coach Young has. I mean, this was, I think, the first game of the season for JV. So, I mean, just completely different styles of play this game. I mean, you got 10-7 at the first quarter. This is normally a high-flying offense. So, we'll see what they could bring here in the second quarter. And we do see the same lineup, just like what you said. Linden also has the same lineup. So, no substitutions here. It'll be Linden ball. You see if there's Naeem for 3. No good. Rebound by Muhammad. See, we've mentioned his aggressiveness so far.
Yeah, Ian's got to get that rebound over the shorter player.
Yeah. That'll be Jaden. The shot rattles in, so cuts the Union Catholic lead to 1. I mean, both teams playing a full court defense here. I mean, little exciting to see. I mean, RJ just bowls over the Linden defense there. Gets 2 for Union Catholic. So, I mean, that's a matchup. He's been on fire so far. Like to see it. Yeah, and his presence there on defense. I mean, you see a little bit of an open look there, but I mean, he's able to force Allen to miss the shot there. Not a lot of other players are doing that, and he hits that jumper there. So, 2 straight baskets for Wicks, and that extends the lead to 5.
Yeah, smooth from the freshman.
And he's one of those swings we were talking about. He's getting a little varsity minutes. I think the coaches have his liking what they see. Allen, I mean, Rogers, the huge block there out of bounds on Allen, just energizes the crowd. And we see Xavier come back in for Brian for Linden. It'll be their ball, though, onto the basket. Trying to find no one open. Jaden for 3. No good. Rebound by Io. Gonna get it to Joey. Great move to get. Can't finish, but just impressive speed down the court on that play.
Slashing through the entire Linden defense.
I mean, Jay guarding Xavier all the way at the eye on the Vikings logo there. Muhammad falls, loses it. Io has it. He won't finish. Rebound by Naeem. So tough break there for Union Catholic, but still liking what they're seeing, getting steals. Really no open looks for Linden. They're going to take a timeout, actually. So kind of what we saw from the first half. Good defense by Union Catholic. Solid defense from Union, but Union Catholic was able to get a few balls inside the RJ and let him work against a smaller matchup. So, I mean, anything new that you saw so far in the first 2 minutes?
I mean, first off, I don't know how confident the Linden coach is in Mohammed taking that 3, but they had a wide open 3 on Mohammed cherry picking, yet coach decides to call the timeout. Maybe he thinks that this is a crucial possession for the Linden
Can't
Tigers.
just throw up a shot there, yeah.
And he wants to draw up a crucial half-court set to get them a bucket, get them back into this game, and really stop all the momentum that this second line for the Vikings has developed.
I mean, we haven't seen Kendall, we haven't seen any of the starters so far since the opening minutes of the game. So Coach Young clearly liking what he sees from the second line, and I'm liking it too, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't really disagree with the decision.
Yeah.
You know, Coach Young does have, you know, some bold
Right.
coaching philosophies at times.
That's what it takes
Yeah.
sometimes. But we see actually a new substitution. We see Benny come into the game, number 33. Who came out? Ian, I believe,
Ian,
comes
yes.
out. Yeah. So another player that might not start games but brings a lot of value for Coach Young off the bench. Linden with the a similar lineup. They bring in Oliver, though, number 22.
And you don't really give up too much height with Benny versus Ian.
Right.
A little bit, but
A little bit, but not too much.
we'll see how he does.
About 6 minutes to go, still 14-9 Union Catholic in the half. So, I mean, I don't think Linden's really been able to get anything going offensively. They've gotten some open looks. That's Jaden right there. It gets it going there.
The announcer's jinx.
Yeah. So, I'm not going to talk about that again. That'll be the steal by Xavier. He puts that one up. So, just like that, just as soon as I said that, Linden ties up the game at 14. So,
I expect a first-line substitution coming in soon.
And Linden puts some pressure on again, but they lose the ball out of bounds. It'll be Union Catholic ball. So they energizes Linden a little bit. 2 straight possessions with a score, putting some pressure on Union Catholic, but I know that they can rebound here. Oh, it'll be Linden ball, actually. It'll be under the basket. It'll be Linden ball. Xavier will inbound. Get a little play going to get Oliver under the basket. He gets blocked by Wicks, but Muhammad gets the rebound working against Wischusen, but that is a foul on him, I believe.
Yeah, Benny there needs to wall up, hands in the air.
Yeah, just shove them a little.
Whenever your hands are at your waist, the refs will always assume that you're creating contact. Need to make sure that the ref sees your hands at all times.
Gets it all the way out. Ooh, great pass there by Xavier. Gets it to Jaden. We just saw him nail a 3 on one of the last possessions. Inside to Oliver, great pass. That's a travel on him, though, so it'll be Union Catholic ball. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go. We're still tied at 14.
RJ very lucky he did not get a foul call there.
Right,
He was up in the air floating, could not control where his limbs were going to go.
Definitely need him at your full availability if you're Coach Young for the rest of this game and really for games going forward with his size and advantage against a lot of players they face. That'll be Xavier from 3. Gets tipped by RJ, but rebounded by Oliver, puts it back up. Just too much for Laterno to handle there. That's a 4 or 5 inch advantage from number 22 there. Linden still playing aggressive.
3-on-1 here.
3-on-1 with RJ. And that'll be Io finishing with the inside left. So I like what I've seen from him too. I mean, he's always up and down the court. Him and Laterno, they've been providing that little speed up the court that you've seen from Union Catholic, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. Muhammad defended by Wischusen. Goes left. Finishes on Wicks, so great move there to get inside on the bigger guy right there. Bigger defender. Wischusen. I mean, you've seen that a lot. They've been running that play where they inbound it. Wicks is fouled. Travels. They walk. So that'll be Brian coming in for Naeem. So I mean, what I was gonna say was, you see Union Catholic run this similar play every time they've inbounded it, and Linden's pressing at the top. They've been getting it to one of the guards, and they've been getting it to RJ at the logo and getting a 3-on-1, but they just haven't been able to capitalize on these last few. But I think if they continue to do that, foul on Wicks there. Not what you want to see.
Yep, you're exactly right, though. They look for the middle, then they look to swing opposite to the guard.
Johnson comes back in. That's one of the Johnson and Height come back in.
Yeah, coach is starting to not like what he's seeing out of the second line. Maybe they're getting tired. Fatigue is setting in. Wants to see what the starters get.
Out and Jaden Height comes back in. Two starters on for Union Catholic right now.
I've loved what I've seen out of Jaden Height from the games that I've watched this year.
Just gonna spread the ball around. Gonna take open shots when it's there. Xavier missed the 3. Great rebound by Height against a 2-on-1. Yeah, I mean, similar play there. They get it to RJ, and they got a 3-on-2 right there. He gets fouled. Oliver with the foul. So that's usually what happens when you got a smaller defender trying to guard a guy like Wicks, who has that huge advantage on him trying to lay the ball up. So Wicks is going to get 2 more shots. Been a huge offensive producer so far. 18-16, Linden. So a little bit of a change from what we saw coming out of the first quarter. First shot from Wicks, rattles in. So what are you seeing so far from, like, I guess in the last 3 minutes? What do you want to see from Union Catholic's offense?
Well, what I've seen is the second line struggling a little bit, right? They gave in. They created a little bit of a deficit for themselves. Coach Young wants to give the first line another chance to redeem themselves. Now we've got Height, we've got Johnson.
Right.
That's it, just Height and Johnson in for the first line.
They'll go out on Linden. RJ missed the second free throw. It'll be Linden ball. They've maintained, we haven't really talked about it much, but they've maintained a similar lineup most of this half. I mean, we'll see if that changes coming out of halftime, but it seems like their coaches liking what they bring defensively. It's been pretty good. We do see a substitution, though. That is number 0, Adrian. There were 2 fouls quickly in the first quarter, but he comes back in here. He's got a little size to him. He's going to be guarding Ian there. Ian and RJ, they're playing the low post, so going to be exciting to see that matchup, too.
You've got to attack that matchup, I believe.
So now we see a lineup of Johnson, Height, Rogers, Io, and Wicks. Wicks is going to get defended by 2 guys, so they clearly know what, and he gets the ball stripped, but that's a foul on, who was that on? I think that was on Wicks. Yeah, that was on Wicks, so he has 2 fouls as well. That's not what you want to see.
Yeah, Jaden Height open in the corner there. He needs to be screaming his head off.
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah, great point there. We see Wicks come out of the game. Kendall will come back in the game for the first time since the starters came out, so looks like Wicks got into a little foul trouble there. We don't want to see that. One of the most exciting players to watch on this team. And Mohammed gets a little advantage on Johnson, puts it up and scores, and will draw the foul.
Io maybe a half a second late on the help defense.
Right.
Nearly a charge. Instead, it's an and one.
Just got to stay tall there, but tough getting back because Muhammad got a little advantage on him, and you're behind. It's kind of hard to stay tall, and that gets a pretty sizable player. So chance for a 3-point play here for Linden. They're up 20-17. It's a little bit of a lower scoring half than you might usually see at this level of JV. Like we mentioned, 11-0. Linden, obviously a good team, but it's mostly been a defensive battle so far. And Muhammad drains that 3, so 3-point play for him. So I mentioned before, I think he's been playing pretty well. And pass from Io goes out of bounds. So, I mean, are you seeing anything on that play? Was there anything they could have done better?
Well, I think the pass needs to be ahead of Kendall. He's so speedy. Io also so speedy. But maybe, that was what did him, sorry.
Right.
His speed, a bit too fast on the pass. Passed it behind the guy. You got to throw it to the front shoulder so that you're hitting him in stride.
Totally agree there. So we see Linden trying to work to get a guy open. Muhammad gets another step, and he's fouled again. Was that on the floor? No, he's fouled again. So that is another chance for a 3-point play from Muhammad here. I mean, he's been leading this offense so far. I think that was on Johnson. He's been getting just a step on the block or on the key, and just been working to the right. It's been working out pretty good.
I don't know who was on the weak side. It might have been
Johnson.
Yeah.
I could be wrong though.
I believe it was Io, right?
Could be Io, yeah.
And when Johnson gets beat, getting beat is not an ideal situation. But if you do get beat, the weak side has to help. The corner help did not come. Easy layup. And instead, Ian has to help off the strong side, gives him a foul.
Yeah. So he makes the free throw. That is another 3-point play. Linden takes a 7-point lead. We see a substitution for Union Catholic. Christian Peralta comes back in. So now you got the starters back on the floor again, I believe. I think this is the lineup they started with. So we see that second line kind of disappear for now. But we know they'll be back, knowing you mentioned Coach Young likes to mix it up a little bit. So
I believe it's just Ian in for Altabelli.
Oh, yeah, you're correct.
You gain some experience and
Peralta
height.
will shoot the 3. There's a foul. That will be on. Who will that be on? That'll be on Brian of Linden. His second. Or no, 2 shots for Peralta. Not bad. So you can see this is an area where Union Catholic could work to get back in this game a little bit, because these points are always crucial. And I never played basketball in high school, but I know you did. So I could see foul shots being an important decider in some of the games like this, where it's mostly defense per se.
Definitely. There were some games last year where Coach would take the scorebook with all the open circles representing missed free throws,
right,
and he would just hold it up there for about 30 seconds, letting us really sit sit in what we did, missing all those free throws, realizing that we lost by 10 and we missed 20 free throws.
Second shot from Peralta is good, so cuts the lead down to 6 for Linden. And Union Catholic playing very aggressive press defense here. Ooh. Knocked out of bounds by Kendall. Good hustle play by Johnson to try to knock it back in, but it was too late. So it'll be Linden ball into the basket. This is a couple key possessions here. I mean, this is where usually the momentum going into the second half is decided. That's important in a game like this. So we'll see what Union Catholic can produce here. Right now it's Linden with the ball, though. Ooh. Adrian was wide open in the corner for 3 there, but Jaden takes it up to the basket. Another player for Linden that's been key on the offensive side of the ball. Peralta. We got about 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. 26-18 Linden. But this was a game that, don't forget, this is a game that was 14-9 after the first quarter. So, so Union Catholic did have a pretty decent lead in this game. So we know they can come back here. It's just a well-played game by Linden so far. That's a foul on Brian again, his second of the quarter. We might see him come out here. He stays in. It'll be Union Catholic ball into the basket. So now under 1 minute to go. See what they could do on this possession. It's going to be key, though. I know Coach Young's got to play up his sleeve, though. They work to get height open. Like you mentioned before, he's a pretty much a catalyst for this offense, you could say. All right, Johnson loses it. That'll be Jaden with the ball. Hustle back on defense. Great block by Rogers there to get back in coverage. I mean, I know it's a hard play to make. You got to come across court. Great defense by Linden, too. Got about under 30 seconds to go now. Linden's still with that 8-point lead. They're probably going to try to take the last shot here.
Yeah, Union Catholic there failed to convert on the 3-on-2 opportunity.
Right, yeah.
Coach Young hammers that home every single practice.
That'll be a timeout, Linden. So they're going to talk things over with 17 seconds to go in the half. 26-18 Linden, as we mentioned before. So what do you think? What do you think has gone? I don't want to say gone wrong, but gone right for Linden. And what could Union Catholic do to get back in this
Gone right
game?
for Linden.
Yeah.
I don't even know where their points came from. 26 points.
Yeah.
Where did those points come from?
I think it's been a mix of.
I think it was a lot of and ones.
Jaden, they had Muhammad just winning matchups under the basket that. Sometimes you'd expect a bigger guy to win, but he's doing a great job fighting down there. So
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, Johnson is getting blown by a bit, and it is a bit of his fault, but at the same time, the help has to be there. Yeah. On the last play, Peralta got blown by. The help was there, but yet Linden still makes the floater, right?
Yeah.
They don't go to the basket. Instead, they shoot the floater, don't even have to engage with the help, and they're still converting.
Yeah, I think that's something that Coach Young will hammer home, like you said. I think Union Catholic's, this team is just too good to let those opportunities happen for Linden. I think you'll see that change, hopefully, in the second half. So give ourselves a victory here. Give them a victory for this game. We see same lineup for Union Catholic and as well for Linden.
Coach Young also definitely wants to get into the full court press.
Right.
His full court press scheme is one of the best I have ever seen.
I wouldn't know. Seems great though on this against this team. I mean, Linden seems like they're a fast team.
Yeah.
Don't have too much height though, but I mean I think it's just because of that speed that they've been winning matchups. Normally they might not. So see Muhammad working here against Johnson and
offensive foul.
Yeah, offensive foul on Muhammad there, working against Johnson and Rogers. So we got about 2.5 seconds here. RJ will come back in for these last couple seconds for Rogers.
Maybe full court lob potential.
Possibly. You're going to get the height. You're going to get it to Johnson. He will take it's no good.
It's about 10 feet short.
Yeah, so we'll finish the half with a 26-18 lead for Linden. They got an 8-point lead. But, I mean, I think Coach Young's got this team prepared to come out ready for the second half. I think it's going to be a good game down to the wire. So.
I mean, me personally, I am shocked. An 8-point deficit for this 11-0 JV team.
Right.
This is supposed to be the best team in the county.
Right.
They destroyed them.
Yeah.
Opening day,
game,
Linden at ALJ, and yet now where is this team, right?
Yeah.
Coach made a line change. It did work, but now all of a sudden the second line didn't work.
Yeah.
Now the first line's back in. Still not working. I want to see them speed up the game, get into the full court press. I'll break down the full court press once we get into it, and you will see this scheme is brilliant.
Right. I want to see one. I want to see one thing from Union Catholic. This is the last thing I'm going to say. I just want to see them try to work to RJ and Ian more. I mean, I know that Muhammad's been playing well, but I think it's something where it's just a matter of time before they start to get those open looks. So we'll be back just shortly for the second half of this great game so far. And we're back here for the second half of Union Catholic JV versus Linden. We got a 26-18 game here. So we talked about it a lot. Defensive battle, Union Catholic struggling to score a little bit toward the end of that half. But, I mean, I think they could easily overcome that with some quick points here. All right, so the starters are on. We see back to the first line we saw originally in this game. We see Peralta miss a layup there. But some good ball movement from UC. That'll be UC ball, tipped out by Brian. So we see Tyler Altabelli back in the game too. We mentioned that for the first time since his starting appearance. Johnson working against Muhammad, puts it up and in. So that's something we didn't see a lot. I mean, Muhammad was dominating this game down low, outside of RJ scoring a few buckets, but that'll be Union Catholic ball again. So goes out on I think Muhammad there. We got 26-22. So just like that, only a 4-point lead for Linden.
Yep, 2 full court press turnovers in a row for the Vikings.
Right. And we got a stoppage here. What do you think Coach Young likes to do here coming out of an inbound play in terms of like offensive options? Like, what does he like to do?
Usually, his number one priority is getting the ball in, right? Especially against an aggressive team like Linden, you got to get the ball in.
Yeah.
And then from there, you work in the offensive set.
Right. Sounds good. So that was an offensive foul on Peralta there, working against Xavier. Hey, close defense in Union Catholic, and Linden turns it over. So, I mean, really, we haven't seen a ball go past half court here so far in the first basically a minute and 10 seconds of this half. So, good defense by both sides. But Union Catholic's been able to get those buckets that they desperately needed. I'd like to see Altabelli back in the game. His passing's pretty strong. He's able to get the ball to a lot of these teammates that he has that are pretty strong here. But he's a key player for this team. I mean, I'd like to see him back in. Johnson swings it out to Peralta. He's gonna pump fake a couple times. Union Catholic struggling to find anyone open. They're gonna just reset the ball. We got height with it. See a lot of him. I mean, you watch these JV games, you see a lot of him. He's usually all over the floor, getting the ball to his teammates, like we said. Rebound, great rebound by Peralta. That turns it over. Great defense by Brian. Foul on Peralta again, so that's his second already of the half, and only like 2 minutes in. RJ comes in here for Kendall. Like to see him come back on. It was fun to watch him offensively. Let's see, Jaden, same lineup for Linden they had ending the first half, so no substitutions for them. Looks to be their starting group. Trying to get the screen on height. Muhammad working inside, puts it up and in on Johnson's. That's something we saw a lot too. See it again here. That gets Linden to 30 points. They're up 30-22. Or no, it's 28-22, my bad. Linden back up by 6. So you see, they're trying to work RJ on, just to get position on Muhammad. It's just not really working. Linden's been going right to the ball, and they've been doing a good job not even letting Union Catholic get it in. There's a steal from Jaden. So gets it to, that's Adrian with the missed layup there. Rebound by Peralta. Johnson. It's a great pass to RJ inside. That's what you want to do. I mean, now we'll see a timeout from Linden. Oh no, timeout Union Catholic actually, I think. But pretty good few offensive possessions there from Union Catholic. What did you see that you liked?
I mean, really, the offense is starting with the defense. I mean, it's kind of a cheesy answer, but that offense started with the 3 full court press turnovers in a row, right? They're getting turnovers, turning them into layups. RJ is feasting down low.
Right, yeah.
Union Catholic it's really cutting the deficit. What is it now, 4?
It's
now
only
it's
4 now, so
It's cut in half from
cut in
halftime.
half, yeah.
Down from 8 to 4.
On
Can't
Linden's
complain.
side, what do they got to do to keep this lead?
Well, once Linden is getting over half court, they're really feasting on the Vikings'
yeah.
lackluster half court defense. So if they could just break this full court press, get into their half court sets, they will do very, very well in this third quarter.
Totally agree there. So we're a little bit less than, or a little bit more than halfway through this half. Like we said, 28-24 Linden. So still a lead for them, but just gonna go down to the wire. I mean, this feels like one of those games is gonna go down right to maybe one of the last shots. So
Definitely. And Coach Young would want that to happen rather than,
just be a
Linden
ball,
pulling away with
yeah,
this.
Of course, yeah. We'll see. Same lineup for Linden so far coming out of that timeout. I think it'll be their ball, I believe. Union Catholic same lineup as well, so looks like this is going to be the group that we see for maybe most of this quarter. Xavier to inbound it. Gets it. I mean, they've been kind of, I don't want to say copying, but doing a similar strategy to what Union Catholic's doing in terms of just inbounding and running a guy up to, say, middle of the court and just getting it to him and allowing him to work with an advantage, like 3-on-2, 3-on-1, 2-on-1, something like that, and usually turns out to that team's advantage. So pretty nice strategy from both teams. That ball will be out on Linden, so it'll be Union Catholic ball. Pass from Peralta inside to RJ. He's gonna get it up.
Beautiful.
Job. So, I mean, he's been feasting. I want to say feasting, and that turns over from Altabelli. Foul on the floor on number 1 Xavier. Oh, we see. That's I believe Linden's first foul of the quarter and half. So that's, if you're Union Catholic, something you like to see. I mean, maybe get the team in the bonus, start like we talked about before, capitalizing on those free throws. Johnson wide open. What I like to see about Peralta and usually most of this JV squad, I mean, they're a pass first team. They're always looking to get the ball to the most opportunistic spot, and I mean, Peralta could easily take that 3 there, but he decides to pass it around, and it leads to an open 3 and a make from height there. That cuts the lead, or that diminishes completely the lead from Linden. Now Union Catholic is on top 29-28. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Rims out there from Jaden. Rebound by Peralta again, so like what I've been seeing from him. Muhammad steals it away from Johnson. And now Peralta returns a favor, stealing it away from him. Height will finish down at the other end. So 2 straight baskets for Height to finish that. 2 straight baskets. Timeout Linden. So a little rattled there. Union Catholic takes a 3-point lead. That's what we were talking about before. They just kind of just displayed it on the court, or what we were talking about. So, I mean, what does Linden have to do to stop this, I guess? I don't know.
They have to break the full court press. Now, obviously, I'm not going to tell the Linden coach how to break this full court press, but the key is get the ball to the middle immediately, not off the guards. Right. If you get the ball down to the corner with the guards, that is a guaranteed turnover. Right. Because of the way that this works is the guards are doubled in the corner, because the guy guarding the guard comes to the ball, and the guy guarding the inbounder comes to the ball. So now they're doubled. And then the guy guarding the other guard comes to the inbounder, and now when they throw it to the inbounder, guaranteed steal. Right. So the way you got to do it is immediately get it to the middle. Because if you go corner then middle, that's not going to work, because there's a safety man lurking. That's John Johnson right now.
Yeah. Now we see it'll be Linden ball into the basket. They've got 2 substitutions. Naeem.
That was a guaranteed turnover. Johnson just half a second late.
Pass to Allen, who just entered the game. He's fouled by Wicks. So the 2 new subs get quickly involved right there in the quarter. Still a lot of time left in this game, so sometimes these leads just change rapidly, and we don't know what's going to happen. Yep. It's going to go down to the wire. So Allen will have 2 shots. I don't know what Linden's free throw shooting numbers have been today, but it seems like they've been pretty effective. I mean, they've turned those couple of 3-point plays that they had late in the second half, and that's a spot where maybe that was the reason why they had the lead in that quarter. Second one from Allen. Bounces off the rim. Rebound by Johnson. So it just shows his physicality there. Great pass by Peralta out to the corner. Heights three is no good, but that's what rebound by Wicks. He's going to put it up and in. So 33-29 Vikings over the Tigers. And they break the press very easily there by Naeem. Jaden puts it up. Blocked by Wicks, so just a huge factor on those last two possessions. Peralta. Altobelli looking to find someone open. Ooh. Johnson's pass goes off of, that'll be off of
Adrian's foot.
So that'll be Union Catholic ball. Just not something you see every day there in basketball. Might see it in soccer, but not in basketball. The Linden coach telling Allen to guard RJ in front just because of his presence there, and that'll be a foul. That'll be a foul on Allen there, trying to defend Wicks. So just his overall just presence on the court just causing some problems for Linden the whole night so far. Muhammad will come in for Xavier, number 1. Pass outside to Wicks. Seen this type of play often. Union Catholic trying to get the ball inbounded. They get it to Wicks inside. Usually works out pretty well. And here we go, that same play. And that'll be a basket for Wicks. Just sends Allen to the floor on that one. Just physical play. That'll make it a 6-point lead for Union Catholic. So reversing.
Yeah, he will feel that tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be timeout Linden. So putting a lot of pressure Union Catholic here in the late stages of the quarter. 2 minutes to go. 35-29. UC. So,
I mean, what a run.
Yeah, what a run.
Absolutely. And really sparked by the full court press. Really, they could not have made this run without that.
Yeah. We see that. I mean, we saw from both teams. I mean, we saw Linden breaking it a little bit there. They just weren't really able to get the same points that Union Catholic was. But, I mean, like I said, I think it's going to be a close game. It's only a 6-point lead for Union Catholic, but, I mean, a great job coming back down from 8 at halftime. Now in just 5-6 minutes of play, they now have the lead. So exactly what Coach Young wants to see.
Definitely. I mean, Linden has crossed the half-court line maybe a
not
single-digit
too many
number of times.
Just had trouble getting it in there.
Yeah, no. I think if they do get it across half-court, they've had success.
Yeah.
But I think if they need to pull it out more, get into some more half-court looks, they're not converting on their transition opportunities. Now, if coach is confident in their ability to convert, then I would continue pushing the ball. But if you can't get to your half-court sets, get to some sets that you're confident in, because Union Catholic has not seen too much of your half-court offense because you've been running so much and struggling to break the press so much.
Yeah.
So you probably have some plays deep in your playbook that you're confident going to. I would go to it right now.
Right. And, I mean, what we've clearly seen in this matchup is that this is a completely different teams from what we saw in the first matchup of the season. I mean, Linden here keeping it close, having the lead going into half, just playing with a different style of basketball. You saw Union Catholic rotating lineups, so they saw a lot of different players out on the court there. So they definitely got some plays hidden that Union Catholic hasn't seen yet. And they get one there to Muhammad, working against Wicks. Puts it up, just no good. Rebound by Brian, great rebound there. Jaden for 3. Rebound by Brian again. Puts it up, but he is fouled, I believe. Let's see who was on. That was on Peralta. I mean, I think that's his 3rd or 4th foul already. So Coach Young gonna not like that necessarily, but they still have the lead. We see someone new coming to the check-in table here. We see
Derek Gunzarowski.
He's gonna come in for Peralta, just like we said. A little too many fouls there, but excited to see what he can do. I mean, everyone Coach Young's brought off the bench has been pretty much effective in this game and pretty much the whole season. That's probably why they're 11-0. I mean, just a deep team. Shot from Brian is no good. Just an early jump from Linden. And that'll be Union Catholic ball. So Linden doesn't convert any points on those free throws there. Not what you want to see from them I mean, I don't want to say late, but getting later in the game here. Only about 1 minute, 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Gunzarowski for 3. No good. Just gets tipped out by Linden. They're going to get the ball back. It's in transition. Jaden, the floater, will bounce out. Rebound by Wicks. See that a lot.
Push it, big fella.
And he gets stripped by Adrian, number 0. And we see Naeem come into the game for Jaden, number 5 here. (35-29) still. Haven't seen any points since that last time out.
This is a soft full court zone.
Ooh, fired it by number 0 there. Right to Brian. He didn't take the shot. Rebound by Wicks there. Exactly what you drew up. And Johnson with a great move, but gets stripped by Adrian again. It'll remain Union Catholic ball under the basket. So good job by Johnson to steal that away and get that transition play going. Inside to Wicks. Seeing a lot. That'll be off of Brian's foot, number 13. So Union Catholic will still have the ball under the basket. So just the same off the foot that we saw from before, just this time under the basket. I think it's tipped out again. That'll be Linden ball now. So that was out on Johnson. Just a good defense from number 0, Adrian there. He's been all over the floor on defense.
Coach Young calling straight up man-to-man one.
Something we haven't seen a lot of today from either team. I mean, they've been aggressive, but I'm sure on this man defense they'll be sticking pretty close to their guy. Muhammad with the ball. About 40 seconds to go in the quarter. 35-29. I think that'll be a foul on Altabelli, I think. Yeah, that'll be on Altabelli. So his first of the day. That'll send Adrian to the line. See if Linden can convert on any of these. Get our first points in a while. We haven't seen too many points here. First shot from Adrian is good. That gets Linden within 5. And you see Coach Young yell press offense here. I mean, so they're going to maintain that aggressive style. That second shot from Adrian is also good. 4-point lead for Union Catholic now. Gets it to height.
Beautiful.
Cross by Johnson. Ooh. Well, that'll be. We see a little disagreement there. That'll be Union Catholic ball on the sideline there. Get it into Johnson. We see a lineup of Height, Johnson, Wicks, Gunsorowski, and Altabelli. So mix of some starters and second line players, but effective nonetheless. Oh, now we see only 5 seconds left in the quarter. Union Catholic trying to draw this last shot here. Gonna have to take it soon. Johnson, it's blocked by Muhammad, and that will end the quarter at 35-31 Union Catholic. So a little Union tightens up a little, or Linden tightens up a little bit on defense, holding Union Catholic to, I don't know, I think they started the quarter at what 18 points.
18,
right?
yeah,
18
wow.
points. So they did get a few baskets. Or I think I was trying to say Union Catholic tightened up. Linden didn't really score that much. They only scored 5 points in the quarter. Or no, yeah, 3 actually. I think they had 28. So 28. They only had 3 points in the quarter. So good job by Coach Young's defense. Linden looking for a way to break this Union Catholic defense, but it's going to come down to the wire. It's the only 4-point lead, so excited.
Definitely, me too. In practices, usually Coach Young will hammer home that full court press for hours.
Right, yeah.
He will make sure that unit that he has on the court is a well-tuned, well-oiled machine, making sure that they know exactly what to do during every single look on the full court press.
They're just well prepared for it. Anything Linden could do here. We see 8 minutes to go in the game, 35-31, Union Catholic. Excited. Make sure you stick around after this game. We got varsity coming up right after. Maybe
not against Linden, though.
Not against Linden, against Prestige Prep over here. That should be starting maybe a little after 7, but make sure you stay tuned. We'll have full coverage of that game. A big one for the 8-3 Vikings here, looking to get another win to their column after a 23-point win against Scotch Plains in their last time on the court. But back to the game here. It'll be Linden ball. Let's see what they could do on offense. I mean, they struggled a little bit, haven't been able to get any open looks, and when they have, it's just been stingy defense by Union Catholic. We see some new players, Kendall Philliston and Jay Kane are in the game from number 5, number 22 for UC. Same lineup for Linden. Muhammad will get the open look for 3, bounces out. It's a foul on that's another foul on Allen, I believe. So he's been racking up those fouls here, playing physical though. So Linden with the first foul in the fourth quarter, not what you want to see. You don't want to put Union Catholic in the bonus here in a close game. Good defense by Adrian Linden. Shot from Johnson on the block is good. So that's Union Catholic's first points in a little bit, wouldn't you say? I mean, Linden's been doing a good job, but this has been, we said, down to the wire defensive game. But maybe things change here. Adrian from 3 is good. So that's Linden looking for a spark, and they get it there with that 3. Cuts the lead to 3. Kendall working inside, gets it out to Johnson, and he's got the hot hand right now. Misses that one, but we'll continue to look for him. He's a very key player on this team. Muhammad inside loses control, but it goes out on Johnson trying to get the board. Oh wait, did it? No, I think that was a UC ball. So they call it out on Linden. 3-point lead, 37-34. We see Jaden come in for Allen here for Linden.
Great job by Kendall, putting his body on the line. Did not get the charge call.
Right, yeah. Definitely. So about 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go, 37-34 UC. They've got the ball, though. Linden working hard here on defense. Nothing open at all. Height gets it inside to Philliston. Johnson loses control of it. It'll remain UC ball. So good job by the Vikings handling the ball there. We got Altabelli inbounding it under the basket. Good spot for the Vikings to collect a few points here, close game. Good defensive team. Loses, Muhammad is able to just knock it away from Johnson, trying to collect that pass down low. So, I mean, one thing we've seen from Linden, we haven't really seen too many changes from them. It's usually been the first couple guys off the bench maybe coming in and out, but just a similar lineup the whole day. Muhammad from 3 is good, knocks it down. That's a tie game, 37-37. So, like we said many times, it's going to come down to the wire. So, 2 good teams here, 2 good teams. It's a foul on number 10, Muhammad. One of the key players, you don't want to see that. So Linden already racking up 2 fouls here in the fourth quarter. Io will come in for UC. And I don't know who did he come in for? Who did you say? Well, we have a lineup of Altabelli, Johnson, Kane, Philliston, and Io here. So some key playmakers in. Ooh. Kane loses the ball. It'll go to Linden ball. So just some mistakes here from UC on the defensive end and then on the offensive end just turn the ball over. But I mean, I'm sure Coach Young's got a plan for the rest of this fourth quarter. He knows what to do. He's been at this a long time, I believe. A great play schemed up by Linden here to get number 0, Adrian, open on the basket. They take the lead. That's 39-37 Linden. About 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Foul. Ooh. That'll be on the floor, though. I think that was on 13, Brian, for Linden. Wait, is it? Oh, no, they had that on Jaden, number 5, I believe. It's on the floor, so it'll be UC ball into the basket. And Peralta comes in for Kane, and Allen comes back in for Brian for Linden. Get it outside to Wicks. Haven't seen too much of him so far in the fourth quarter. You think there's any reason for that? You think it's just more on Linden's defense, just focusing on him as this offensive threat that he is?
Well, I think he benefits most when the game is slowed down, right?
Yeah,
you get the ball to him in the half court. But, for this half, it's been a lot of helter-skelter, full court press.
Right,
not really enough time for him to even get set up down low on the block.
Definitely true there. Peralta to inbound. Ooh, tipped out by Muhammad there. It'll still be UC ball. So we got Linden with the lead now, 39-37. Is there anything UC, what do they need to come away with? Like, what's their philosophy in these last couple, I don't want to say couple, but last offensive possessions here in this game to come away with a win here?
I mean, they've been breaking the press with ease, and then once again, they've got into the half-court sets that we wanted them to get into, and they've been executing well, and it's produced points.
Get it inside to Wicks. It's an offensive foul on Wicks, and that'll be a charge. So that's Allen with a good job there, staying physical, staying tall. That's what we talked about before. Usually when your hands are low, they're going to call you trying to get involved there. He stayed physical, but we see it'll be Linden ball now in the basket. It's it long to Adrian. He loses control of it, but Io gets it, throws it out back into play. But Wicks plays great defense, gets back, blocks Allen to make up for the last play. Peralta. Io misses that little floater. And it'll be Linden ball again. Time ticking away here. About 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Still 39-37 Linden. See what they've got here on offense here. Seen a lot of the similar plays to them. They've been trying to scheme these taller guys to get open in the paint. Great inside by Muhammad there to score on Wicks. That's pretty hard to do. That's 41-37 Linden. We got a 4-point lead now. But they do have 4 fouls to Union Catholic's only 1, so that's something to watch here for the rest of this game. A timeout, Union Catholic. So, what do we think they're going to be? Coach Young's going to be discussing here this last crucial minutes of this game.
I mean, Coach Young, not much to say in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left, right?
Yeah.
Coach Young, kind of like a broken record, but in the best way possible.
Yeah.
He's constantly preaching execution at a high level, right?
Right.
He gives you the schemes in practice. You practice the schemes, but when the lights are brightest, it's time to execute the play as well. And that's where he really sees, what his players have in him. Because anyone can be, a good practice player, but when it comes time, when the lights are brightest, you got to perform.
Yeah. So this is one of those moments. This is one of the brightest light moments. I mean, their undefeated record on the line here.
On the line.
This Linden team, 4 minutes ago, down 4. This is where your true playmakers come out in this type of game.
And it's versus Linden.
Yeah.
If Coach Young gets this win, he will be a very, very happy man in bed tonight. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Coach Young last year, right? We were swept by Linden in the regular season. We went 0 for 2. We lost them in the playoffs, got blown out. Coach Young has a big vendetta against Linden, and if he can pull this off, he will sleep maybe 10, 12 hours tonight.
Same lineup for UC, same lineup for Linden, so this is what it looks like we're going to be going with here.
Beating Linden means everything to him.
Peralta gets it to Io. He's going to take the little floater. That'll fall in. Cuts it to 2 for Linden. They lead to 2.
And it means everything to me too, honestly. I still feel part of the this team.
Yeah.
Beating Linden is an emotional thing for me too.
Outside to Jaden, he misses that little floater there. And Peralta's been taking command of the ball so far. Johnson to find that open shot. Bounces out. Great rebound by Wicks, but he puts it up. No good. Another rebound. That's good. So that's a tie game. 41-41. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go. And Linden having trouble even getting the ball past half court now. Union Catholic's defense starting to apply some pressure. We got a tie game here. Or is you just joined us? So they're trying to get the ball. They're trying to get the ball to Muhammad, who has a size advantage on Io, who's working on the left wing. But he just can't. Io's playing good D. Can't get past him. No one's really open for Linden. Holding the ball. RJ tips it away, but Linden keeps it. We're now down to only 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in regular time here. So, Jaden open for three is good, and that gives Linden the 44-41 lead. With about 2 minutes to go, and that'll be a stoppage. I think someone was down. Oh, Jaden Height will come back into the game for Peralta. So what did you see there on that three? What did Linden do to get number 5 that wide open?
I mean, that was a big mistake by Peralta. He was actually not taken out. He was just talked to by Coach Young. Coach Young sent the back out.
Yes.
I think Coach is confident that he will not make that mistake again. He helped in too much, gave up the corner
pass inside
three.
to RJ. Gets blocked by Xavier. Great play there to get back in defense against a much taller opposing player. So Linden probably going to try to cut some time off his clock now. We're now down under 2 minutes. They still have a 3-point lead. Ooh, Brian with the travel. Gives the ball back to Union Catholic. So we'll see if they could do anything on offense here. I mean, they're gonna have to get some guys open. They're gonna have to make a few clutch shots, but we've seen all year they can do that. Any level of this team usually is up to the task in the late moments. We saw some big games. We saw even on the freshman level against just a couple games ago, just a buzzer beater shot to finish. So I think that's something that this program can do very well, just win games in close moments, because I think that's the type of coaching and players that they have. So gets it inside to RJ. That's just a great look from Johnson. Just spins on the smaller Allen on the 24. Now we only have a minute to go. 2-point lead, or 1-point lead for Linden. Sorry. So maybe now we see that 4 fouls for Linden, 1 foul for Union Catholic start to come into play. I mean, that's something that could possibly just hurt one team or the other here. If Union Catholic can't convert any shots that they might get, if Union Catholic starts to bend a little on defense, we could see those shots come into play here. Now we have under a minute to go. Same lineup both sides. See about 50 seconds to go. So this is where we talked about before, coming out of that. I think the break. This is where these teams are built for. When you show what you can do under the lights here. 40 seconds.
Coach emphasizing, do not reach.
Yes, he is. Very loudly. Muhammad. Great pass from Adrian. Xavier doesn't take the three there.
No need to. You can bleed the clock out.
Why would you throw up a shot like that? That's what you like to see from disciplined teams. It's a foul on Wicks.
Good foul.
That's a good foul, yes. Now we have only 17 seconds to go. Linden still has a 1-point lead.
You have 3 fouls to give.
Right.
Coach Young realizes they're going to bleed the clock out. There's no reason for Linden to even consider putting up a shot here.
Right. Yeah.
Why not bleed the clock out?
Yep. So that'll be a timeout.
30-second timeout.
30-second timeout. Well, so both lineups are going to stay the same to finish this. These are the lineups the coaches have faith in. But 44-43 Linden. So just as we predicted, it's going to come down to maybe the last shot. So what do you think Coach Young is telling the players over there? What do they got to do now coming in this inbound from Linden?
It's going to be a foul off, turn into a free throw shooting contest, right?
You got a foul there.
3 fouls right now you got to give up. Then you send Linden to the line.
Yeah.
Sorry, a bit confused. Full timeout now has been called.
Ooh, full timeout. I think that was Linden. That might have been Linden. I don't know.
It could have been a Union Catholic timeout, then a Linden timeout.
Yes.
But either way, Union Catholic has to burn three fouls real quick, then foul Linden, get them to the line.
Yeah, right.
Hope that they miss, and then, run the court,
right.
Get to your set,
yeah.
And win the game.
Right, yeah. I think they're capable of it. I mean, this is what you practice hard for. This is what you practice hard for, those moments when you come out of the court. It's against a team like this, a team you really want to beat, like you said before. This is where it comes down to who's willing to shine the most.
Yep.
We're gonna see that unfold here.
Yeah, losing to this Linden team with the roster that Coach Young has today
Undefeated
would
season on the
probably
line.
haunt him at
Yes.
night for at least until next year.
I mean, I'm not the one to decide, but, I mean, this seems like one of the better JV teams Union Catholic's had in recent memory. I mean, I've never been part of it, but 11-0, that speaks for itself right there, and a lot of these players are very talented. The future of the basketball program here.
Yep, and 11-0 against, tough competition,
Yes,
right?
Union,
Roselle Catholic,
right.
Elizabeth.
One of the hardest divisions, maybe not just in the county, but in the state overall. So,
Yes, definitely.
yeah. Well, we see a new player who hasn't been in the game yet. That'll be number 3. That is Eric Gray for Union Catholic. So Coach Young's definitely got something in mind for him. If he hasn't been in the game yet, he's definitely
he's very fast,
right. Yeah,
defensively minded,
Oh,
and he
fouls.
has 5 fouls to give is the key.
Yeah, he fouls right there on Muhammad, one of the big time playmakers for this Linden team.
If you're Union Catholic, right, you don't want to let too much clock give out, but you also want to go for a steal.
We still got 12 seconds to go. We're gonna try to get.
So you don't get the steal, you foul.
That's a foul on. Gray isn't able to get the foul, but Io is. So that'll
Clock is dwindling, though.
Letourneau will come in for Gray. So it's a short time in for him.
Yeah, I believe Coach Young was, unimpressed by his ability to foul quickly, and he's going to look to Joey to do what he.
Do what he could do.
Yes.
All right, so we got 7 seconds.
Union
6 seconds.
Linden
5.
going to bleed the clock out.
Yeah, so 4 seconds left, and that was the foul on Altabelli, I believe. Yeah, that was a foul on Altabelli. So Union Catholic, one more foul to give here. Or no. They will have reached the scoreboard.
Yep.
So now Linden will take some shots. We hope they can miss it, and Union Catholic get the ball back. Make some magic happen here.
Linden being at the line is actually good for Union Catholic. It allows the clock to stop.
Possibly get a rebound, yeah.
Chance to win the game.
Yeah.
Tie or win.
You just know that's what Coach Young is telling these guys on the sideline. First shot from Xavier is good. That's a key shot from now. That means Union Catholic needs a 3 to win this game in regular time. Sorry. So we see Letourneau and Io come out, and Peralta and Jay will come back in, number 4 and 5.
Yep. Jay is a key substitution here as the team's most
Yeah.
lethal 3-point shooter.
This is crucial here. That shot is sank by Xavier. That'll be a timeout for Union Catholic. So it'll be their ball, but I mean they got to create. This is gonna be a tough spot here. They got to get a 3 off, and if they want to win, they got to possibly draw a foul on that as well. So
Definitely.
I mean, gonna be hard, but
Yep.
I think they can do it.
I think so too. I mean,
But
he definitely has a look
Yeah,
drawn up
right, for
going
Jay,
into
yeah.
this. He's going to re-emphasize it. It's definitely going to involve a screen and Jay
Yep,
Kanye
yeah.
shooting a 3.
Right. Yeah. That's
Kane, sorry. Kanye.
Yeah,
People call him
appreciate
Kanye.
it, yeah. 4.6 seconds, but this game has lived up to everything we talked about. It's 3-point game with under 5 seconds to go. So, I mean, if you're watching this game, if you're a fan, there's not much more you could ask for coming
Definitely.
out of these teams in JV.
And for Linden, right, when
Yeah.
you're guarding the 3, you cannot foul the 3-point
Right, yeah,
shooter.
it's literally the only thing.
Have your hand in the guy's face. Do not make any contact with even the ball or the guy's
Right.
body in general.
That's how you lose. That's how you could lose yourself this game here.
And that's how you give your coach a stroke, really.
Yeah. So same lineup for Linden. We'll see if Union Catholic makes any changes regarding this upcoming 3-point shot that they're going to take.
I wonder if, Union Catholic's confidence going into this game is what killed them.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
I feel like they knew that
knew.
they had this in the bag.
They already played this team once. They blew them out on opening night, I believe.
Yep.
So, I mean, they I don't want to say they weren't prepared. Obviously, Coach Young going to prepare them the right way. But Linden brought a different game plan here tonight. They brought a different team. But, I mean, I'm not going. One loss definitely isn't going to set this team back. They still have all the offensive firepower, everything, all the hustle on defense to keep this magical season going.
They are the
This is what
county
it's been.
favorites as of
Yeah.
right now.
So we see Height with the ball. Gets it across to Kane. Exactly what you're looking for. He puts it up. Oh! Just hits off the rim there. Linden was close to coming into contact with Kane, but the shot doesn't go in, negating all of that. And our final score today is 46-43, Linden over Union Catholic on JV. But I mean, I thought it was a great game.
Beautiful game.
And A lot of defense in the first half, and a little scoring intensified in the second half, but, I mean, just a fun game to watch, fun game to broadcast. So, I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are, but I feel like they might be the same.
I mean,
Yeah.
Linden once
Yeah.
again continues to be Coach Young's sleep paralysis demon. He does not conquer it as of right now, but I'm sure a county championship would forgive
Yeah,
all these
yeah,
sins.
Yeah, and that's what they'll be looking forward to. So
Definitely.
we'll be back just shortly with our broadcast of the varsity game versus Prestige Prep. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm Ryan Conlon. This is Andrew Miller. We'll see you shortly.